What's up, guys? Real quickly before I jump into the video, huge week coming up here with the Modern Warfare reveal, which I can excitedly say I'll have footage here on the channel here for you guys. So before I get into it, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for the big week up on deck here. We're gonna have an absolutely absurd amount of content you guys won't want to miss. Plus, also follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, linked in the description below, to keep up to date with not only the discussion, but also the posts and pics from the reveal event. Excited to share it all and take you guys along for the ride, but now back to the regularly scheduled content. I think finally, for the first time in a long time, I am like teeming with excitement. It's not just for Black Ops 4 stuff this week that we're gonna be talking about, the things to look out for, because it's a way bigger week outside of Black Ops 4. Sure, there's gonna be some stuff at the end of this video that we're gonna talk about that does relate to Black Ops 4, but if you don't know what's coming up this week, you haven't been on the channel for a while, and welcome back. But that said, we're gonna be talking about the 7 things within Call of Duty this week to look out for, the entire Call of Duty universe, not just specifically one game. And man, oh man, it's gonna be a good one. Before we jump into it, I'm just gonna say, if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're gonna have so much stuff going up here within this week that is actually of insane importance. So if you're of the 63% of users that are not subscribed, the content will still be here, yes, but of all the times that I would suggest subscribing, I'd say do it this week. So that said, what we have up on deck, let's talk about Modern Warfare first. Naturally, you know that the reveal is this week, and we'll talk about that in just a second, but it's only Monday, so by the time you're watching this now, you probably will have seen a couple of teasers in the past couple of days, and maybe even one as of today. Currently, this is pre-recorded by about a week now at this point. I was on the beach, and I think that I can finally say it. If there's a random cut in the audio, it's probably because I had to go through in the video editor and change it. I'll be recording some gameplay of Modern Warfare for you guys to debut here on the channel on Thursday, so even by the time this video goes live, I'll probably be in California at this point in Los Angeles. But that said, Modern Warfare multiplayer teasers having happened all throughout the weekend and having happened all throughout, well, up until Thursday when we end up seeing that debut and when we see the reveal happening. And again, let's just jump to that. Let's get the chit chat out of the way. Modern Warfare's multiplayer reveal is happening at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, so 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I believe that's 5 or 6 p.m. GMT BST. Just checked, it's 6 o'clock in the evening for you guys there. So that's gonna be something where we're presumably gonna be seeing everything that we can expect for MP. And of course, that means that I'll have stuff here on the channel for you guys to check out. So make sure you stick it here. My schedule that I have planned is jam-packed, and I'm gonna keep you guys covered entirely. Like, any question you have will probably be answered with the videos we're putting up. But that said, we're going to get a ton of first looks here at what MP will look like within Modern Warfare and what you can expect for the upcoming year. We might see if there is going to be something of a beta revealed. That I actually have no idea on. We'll see some of the weaponry. We'll hopefully not see all of it. There's got to be a lot still that holds us out until October and the full-on launch of the game. But I'm expecting to be somewhat comparable to what we saw with Black Ops 4's reveal event last year. Though, of course, we're not going to get Spec Ops or anything confirmed here, probably. We'll talk about in just a second something that I think might be a little teaser given off, but nothing that we know of just yet. But that said, we'll learn more about how operators work, probably create a class, the weaponry, the maps, and so on and so forth. So we're going to get a deep dive into what we can expect with MP, and I am super excited for that. That starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the live stream, and I'm not entirely sure when my videos will be up, but that is something to keep your eye out for, and something I am incredibly stoked to finally talk about some stuff. So that's coming. But the next thing to look out for is a little less likely, but it wouldn't surprise me if it happens. That coming actually outside of this reveal, potentially a Battle Royale teaser. We've heard for quite some time now a ton of rumors saying that Modern Warfare would have its own Battle Royale, not utilizing anything for Blackout and instead making a secondary map contributing to that and making it just one simple Call of Duty Battle Royale. Instead, we've heard those leaks and rumors that it's going to be a Modern Warfare in-house thing developed by either Infinity Ward or Raven Software, whoever it may be, but associated with Modern Warfare. If that's the case, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see a teaser, again, like we saw with Blackout as of last year's reveal for Black Ops 4, and plus, being the fact that at this point now we'll only be about 2 months out from when the game launches, we're getting pretty close with absolutely no confirmation. So that's something that it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm also, because it is so focused on MP, not getting my hopes up tremendously over. But I'd love to see it, and I do hope it happens. But that said, that is the festivities for Modern Warfare, but that also doesn't mean that this is the only stuff we'll be seeing here out of this, because shortly thereafter, we have an update for Black Ops 4 that looks to be pretty substantial. So that means this week we're probably going to have a lot of stuff relating to Black Ops 4, which we'll talk about as well, transitioning now over to that. I definitely think the big hitter here for this week, though, is the Modern Warfare content, but to be thorough, to keep you guys in the loop, maybe you don't care about Modern Warfare, or you're still looking for something to do up until that point, because it is on Thursday that it happens, and then you have a weekend after to digest all that information. But on the Black Ops 4 side, it is the final week of the first split of Operation Apocalypse Z. So those first 40 tiers that you have within it on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC are a week behind, so you still have 2 weeks left at this point. But for the lead off, those first 40 tiers will be going away. So if you don't have that tier 20 reward of the Mastercraft for the Koshka, you don't have that ultra weapon bribe at tier 40, this is your last chance to do so within this week. So that means that come next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll get a new content refresh, which we'll talk about in just a second. And then also that means that any progress you've made will then have been reset. Now, unlike a full-blown operation refresh, if you have something that you're considering you want in the shop, whether you do or not, that's totally up to you, but it is something those won't go away, or they shouldn't, and if they do, they'll probably be back a day later. That's something that was a little bit of a bug we saw happen with the Days of Summer refresh here for that whenever it kicked off of the back of Operation Spectre Rising, but everything came back and then was all in one place again the day after. But that means that also with tomorrow's update, not necessarily just the final week of Apocalypse Z, tomorrow we're going to have a shop refresh to probably finalize everything that we've seen here, or have not seen rather, within the shop so far, and the data mined information that we've had since the very beginning of the operation. Like I said last week, I really don't care about this stuff anymore. It's going to be there. It's going to be continuing coming. There's not going to be much that changes here outside of that. So if you want the stuff, go for it. But that shop update is just something that, again, to be thorough, happens every week. So we'll touch on it very briefly. As for playlist refreshes, I would imagine something happens. Last week, we got a very minimal playlist update. Way smaller than I ever anticipated. We only had Hot Pursuit re-added back in for Blackout, not even a change of the playlist for MP, which was kind of strange, but that said, we'll probably have something to either give us, again, a different variable in terms of MP modes, but again, that's something that's just standard and happens all the time. So keep an eye out for all that kind of stuff coming as of tomorrow. Smaller scale things, but will be happening no less. And the final thing to look out for this week for Black Ops 4 is that of the new Operation Split teasers. Now again, come Thursday and probably the rest of the weekend, it'll probably be dominated in terms of your sub boxes and who you're subscribed to by content for Modern Warfare, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if leading up, say, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then maybe a little bit of the weekend, we see the official Treyarch and Call of Duty accounts also then coming back to a little promo for the next split of the operation in Black Ops 4. Just simply because, well, there's no other time to do it. There's no other time to promo it. We're not going to be getting things like new Black Ops pass maps, but instead I'd probably look out for something of a new blog post or something like that. Maybe something of a change in the profile picture for Treyarch, like we've seen a couple of times before, but it's all going to be a lot smaller scale on the grand scheme of things outside of that. Especially, again, given that there is a big event happening, not in Black Ops 4, just in the middle of the week. But with those Operation Split teasers, that's going to lead us obviously into the second half, which will introduce us to a brand new set of tiers. My guess is probably the next 40, and also probably, unfortunately, coming with another ultra weapon bribe. No weapon actually in those tiers, though I'd love to see the M16 if my thought, goes anywhere with that, Treyarch. I'm all for you using that idea. That said, we'll get new tiers. We'll get a new update to reserves, unfortunately, probably another 200 items added in there. We'll end up seeing another shop refresh after that, and a lot of stuff that just kicks in. Like we saw with Days of Summer, that's pretty much the same sort of update we'll be experiencing here. And again, teasers, maybe including a little video, maybe including something of a profile picture change, but ultimately that is the 7 things to look out for here this week in Call of Duty. Not just Modern Warfare, not just Black Ops 4, but dude, I'm so stoked for the Modern Warfare reveal. I'm so excited for you guys to see everything up on deck. And also, the cool part about this now is that I can ask you guys in particular, do you want to see anything out of the Modern Warfare content? Is there anything that you're really curious on seeing or wanting to know how it works, how everything happens, anything like that? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd like to do an AMA or something like that, but I'm going from LA back to vacation again, so I won't be back for another couple of days after that, so a lot of the stuff you'll see is probably going to be jam-packed and created all within one small space, but a lot of videos. I'm thinking, honestly, double or triple uploading for the first 3 days or so after the reveal, so there's going to be a lot of content to be up on the channel, and after I get home, I can take a look at and see if there's any concerns people may have afterwards that I can address. But but regardless, there's a ton of stuff coming up here that this week is going to be absolutely massive for the first time genuinely in quite a while. I know that I say that, and that is something that I hope there's big weeks every week, but this is seriously one of the biggest things we'll see in quite some time. So that said, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there anything in particular, again, you want to see here out of this week? Anything you're very much so excited for here out of what's up on deck? And also, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things gameplay-wise for MP in Modern Warfare, Black Ops 4 content as we round into the next split of Operation Apocalypse Z, and everything that comes along with that. But make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single bit of any of it. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, there's the best place to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But all that said, out of the way, thank you guys all so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.